Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Ouch My Life. I am Denise as usual.
Wow,
And here's Chunho.
you really have to do it like that so that it's the kanchiong person. Is it?
No, I just see how kanjong he is. Then now I will not knock. Then he'll be like, he's waiting. He's like, shh, when is she going to knock? Oh, he's not going to come on, you see. Never mind. I just will start the show. I don't care. Okay, as you can tell, this is three of us for this episode. We said it last time around. Rachel is going to take a leave of absence for a while. So look at Douglas's face. He's extremely stressed because he's now in charge of all the controls, bringing people in, putting the music, and then etc. etc. So if his face looks a bit like during the live stream, this is the reason why. Okay. Okay, today's topic is quite interesting because this is from one of our comments, from one of our audience's comments. Okay, ouch! I'm a leader because during one of our live streams we had a audience who commented that, if I remember correctly, it was along the lines of she or he wasn't sure that he or she makes a good leader. Right? Hi, Linda. So that's why we are talking about this today. I personally don't. I don't know, Douglas. Do you like being a leader?
What?
No, you see, he's not paying attention. He's looking at the controls like, shit, how do I
I'm
do
too
this?
busy now. I'm too busy.
It's
You know,
too
I'm a
busy
man.
now.
I'm a man. I'm a man. Denise, I'm a man.
All these stereotypes,
I
please.
cannot
Don't be so
multitask.
sexist, okay? Technically,
I cannot
I'm a woman,
multitask.
but I also cannot multitask. I'm not very good. Okay, so anyway, Chunho, do you like being a leader?
Huh?
Do you like being a
Me?
leader? No.
You're asking me a question now.
Yeah lah.
Okay, do I like being a leader?
Who
I'll tell
else
you.
I ask, yeah?
I don't know.
There's only you
somebody
and me
asked me.
tonight because Douglas will be too distracted with these controls.
I have no problem being a leader, but I won't volunteer to be a leader.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
usually I don't. For me, I'm just like, I'm not the kind of person that, I'm gonna be a leader. I'm gonna lead this. I will usually. I don't know. I find myself in an environment. Usually, there are people who wants to lead, but when in an environment where nobody want to take charge, I'll step in. But I won't be the one that raise my hand and then kind of fight with the other people, because I know there's a lot of people who likes to be Indian chief, and they're okay lah. You want to be, you be lah. But if you go mess it up, then I'll step in. I'm that kind. I'm the fixer.
He's a fixer. He's a fixer with 8 legs because we call him the kanchong spider. So he has 8 legs.
So
To fix
I'm the
everything all at
fixer.
once.
Yeah. So I kind of like, you guys want to lead, you guys want to lead lah. I'm okay. I going to relax, Jack behind, sit around. But okay, you mess the whole thing up, and everybody feels so frustrated. Too bad. Sorry, I'll step in. That's generally how I am.
He will take over the throne. Okay, Douglas, are you back with us?
Yes.
Mosh mosh. Okay. Do you like being a leader?
Let me answer for Douglas.
What?
Douglas, why are you so hesitant? He loves being a leader. He loves to
No,
be
I
in that
don't.
position.
No,
He
I
does.
don't.
No,
I
he's
don't.
delusional about himself because he said he likes simplicity, but it's not true. He complicates things all
It's
the
not
time.
true. It's so not true. He loves being a leader. He wants to be in that
No,
position
I
because
don't.
he will stand out. Then he'll be unique. He will be like,
No. Listen.
different from everybody else.
Different. There's a difference. There's a difference between
Can I
wanting
guess?
to be different and wanting to be a leader. Very different. Okay.
Can
Not
I
the
guess?
same
Can I
thing.
guess? Can I make a
What?
guess? I think Douglas
What?
doesn't like being a leader. He likes being the spotlight. It's different.
No.
No.
You don't like
He
being the
doesn't like being in the
spotlight?
spotlight.
No.
Douglas doesn't like
no,
being in
no.
the spotlight.
No.
Then what are you doing on YouTube?
Because
Yeah, Denise, you caught him.
No, there's nothing wrong with it lah. I'm just curious lah. I mean, I know I like attention, so. Okay, now he's pretending to be busy. Okay, so anyway, I'll ask myself the same question. Do I like being a leader?
Do you like being a leader?
I'm conflicted. Because
That's the word. Yes, that's right. That's the word I was looking for. I'm conflicted. Okay, quite carry on.
I'm conflicted because I do like being in the spotlight and I like fixing things. But at the same time, I hate responsibility. And being a leader means that I am now responsible not just for myself. I'm responsible for whoever else is following me. And that's why I'm conflicted. This Douglas is copying whatever I say.
No, but you don't have to be. You don't have to be a leader to be to have responsibility.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
tonight,
know.
right? No, like tonight, Rachel's not here, and I'm responsible for managing the live stream, and I hate
Yeah,
it.
that's why.
No, I hate the responsibility.
Yeah,
Well-
Douglas, but
I'm not even the
you are,
leader.
because you are being appointed. You're not the leader, but you are being appointed to do it because you need to execute it. You don't like to execute. That's the reason. It's
I
not
tell you
that
what
you-
lah. Douglas, you
execution.
put your face very big, and then you put Chunho and my face very small at the side.
No,
Then you feel better.
no.
He doesn't want to do that either. Okay, do you know when I realized? Sorry.
So, what you were saying? Yeah, you realize what?
Okay, I realized the conflict. I have never understood why I always mess it up when I'm the leader officially. But then the moment I'm not the official leader, I can lead very, very well. And then I realized it's because I self-sabotage when I am officially the leader. And it's because of my feelings about responsibility. And I realized it during one of your programs actually. During
Oh, is
one
that-
of the during this one of the CSQ program, during the CSQ actually, which is Crack Your Strengths lah. And during one of the games, the team was supposed to appoint a leader, and I think it was the second or third day, definitely not the first day. And then I was being appointed as a leader, and then that's when I realized all these emotions coming. Then I realized, then halfway through, I was doing such a horrible job at the beginning because I think I'm the leader, and oh my god, I'm leader. Then halfway through, I told myself to breathe, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm just Denise, that's all. And these are just my friends, that's all. And then immediately, I did an excellent job.
Yeah, see, there's a psychology to this.
Yes.
There's a psychology to this because when we are being appointed as a leader, we feel like there's a what do you call it? There's a standard to meet. When we're being appointed as a leader, there's a standard to meet. Then somebody is expecting us to do this. Somebody is expecting to meet this, and based on a lot of us, especially when we come from school and then we take charge of certain groups and stuff, we feel like there's this certain responsibility and somebody is watching us and we need to perform in a certain manner and we need to meet certain criteria. And if we don't, we will be marked down. And because of that stress, somehow for some people it works. Some people perform very well under stress, but some people, because of that idea that they are being watched, they are being assessed, or they are being marked against the standard, they are very mindful of what they are doing. So they don't do the best of themselves, but they are trying to adjust themselves such that they're trying to meet what somebody else think they need to do. So as a result, it's very awkward, and eventually they don't do such. I mean, let's say not say they, and it happens for me. I mean, I learn from experience. I don't do such a good job, but over time I realized that it doesn't need to be that way. Like you say, just have to be yourself. You are still Denise. So the moment I be myself, I don't be
the leader
by the head of being appointed a leader. I just do what I think is best for the team. things works out better. That
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
mean that it
true.
always work out well. Just works out
And
better.
and for the person who asked this question, right, you must remember also when you were asked to be the leader, it is because people already know who you are and they like you just as you are. And they like the way you do things as you are. And that was my realization halfway through the game when I was playing CSQ. That I was appointed simply because they already like me for who I am. I just have to be who I am, basically. Okay,
So-
let's look at some.
So we've been talking about appointed. I mean, Junho was talking about appointed leaders, as in someone or a group of people appoints you, okay, as the leader, and then you think that there are all these expectations and standards to meet. But what if the situation? What about situations where you decide that you want to lead? But Juno says, okay, but okay, so Juno will say that, not necessarily preferred, but if needed, okay, yeah. So if needed, then you will step in, right, Juno? If
Yes.
needed, you will step in. Okay, so in situations when you need, again, this question is for both of you as well. If you need to step in, not this, so this is not an appointed thing, okay, where they say, okay, Juno, you be the leader, but or Dennis, you be the leader, but it's a situation where you need to step in to be a leader. Then is that different? Would that be different?
Yeah, that's different because when the situation is in the okay, usually I step in when the situation calls for it because I may
When the
not be the
situation is
leader.
pissing you off.
Yeah, because whoever is doing the thing is so messed up and all those things. I think okay, good. This is not helping everybody because whatever is being done is messing everybody up and everybody's upset, everybody's confused. I will have to nicely talk to the appointed leader. If the appointed leader not, I will step in. I'll just say I will do something. I will do something because otherwise the people that suffer is everybody else, and I can't stand it when everybody else suffer because I would. I would probably at that point I will step in only when I see that there's a better way to do things. I wouldn't if I think that I couldn't do anything better than what the existing leader is doing. I will make a decision. I'll look at it, the situation, whatever he's doing is messing things up. But would I be able to do anything different from it? If I can't, I won't step in. But if I think that there's a better way of doing it, and that is my assessment of what is better, but in reality, it may not be better. But there is a better way. Seriously, I would think it's a better way, then I'll step in and I do it. The thing is, it may look in my mind it may be better, but in the end it may not be better. But at least I did something to see whether I can make the situation better. And I may eventually turn out to do the worst job than the other fellow, but at least I did something. I need to know that I did something.
Okay, so it comes
Because
from a need to know that you have done something to
attempt to
rectify a bad situation.
Yeah. But because if I didn't do anything and sit back and just say, oh, maybe he's the party leader, I don't do anything, never mind. Then at the end, when things really suffer and everybody suffer, then I'm like, shit, I could have done something, but I never did anything. Then for the rest of the time, I'll regret that I never do anything to support the rest of the team. And then I mean, usually if it's not catastrophic situation, it's never mind. But if let's say it's a very dire situation and somebody actually got injured and those things, then I will feel like, oh no, maybe what I've done could have stopped certain things, but I didn't do anything and somebody got injured or hurt or whatever. Then I'm going to live with that, and I'd rather not live with that. I'd rather have at least done something or attempted something to support the situation. It is a matter of being able to live with myself, at the end of the day.
I think I'm similar. I'm very similar to Chunho in the sense that I usually I'm not competitive by nature, so I also have competition. So I'm not interested to fight. Like I want to be leader also. So in that sense, I'm very like Chunho. Only when things are messed up, then I'll step in. But first, I'm glad New Yan. I think I got the name right. I'm glad you found
It's Nguyen.
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 It's
Nguyen.
Nguyen.
I'm glad I got
Okay,
the
here's a thing. See, here's a Malaysian telling a Singaporean how to pronounce a Vietnamese name. I have no idea whether it's right or not.
Why you have no idea? I thought it's correct. I think it's New Year.
This is from the 1 year of practicing Vietnamese name. I think it's
Nguyen.
Nguyen.
Okay, whatever your name is, I'm glad. I'm glad that your situation you have done. So just behave like yourself can already lah. Okay. Sometimes sometimes I lose faith in myself. I tell myself it's okay even if I don't have faith in myself. I have faith in my teammates' judgment. That's how sometimes I look at it lah. Whatever way it helps to brainwash myself. Okay, so back to Chunho and why. Okay, so, but the thing about Chunho and I is that Chunho steps in because he feels the need to have done something to rectify the situation. I step in because I am pissed off that he's or she is messing everything up for everybody else. And I realized that when also during one of the CSQ games, by the way, when I wasn't the leader, somebody else was, which I'm perfectly fine with. But then that person was just not leading and not also listening and also not communicating because it was one of the games that was very, very noisy. Yeah. And actually, I honestly don't remember which. I just remember it was quite noisy. And then end up, right, I couldn't take it anymore. I said, okay. I didn't say, let me be the leader. I just said, okay, why don't we try doing this instead? Why don't we try doing this instead? Why don't we listen to this? Hey, why don't we listen to this person? Hey, why don't we try this? You know what I mean? And then after that, it turned out well lah. So that one, I was glad. And it was also during one of the CSQ games. Yes, that's right. Which explains why I'm wearing the CSQ earrings. Okay, so anyway, yes. Okay. How about you, Douglas?
Yeah,
actually?
what
I'm
Douglas you have
curious.
said our past. What about you?
Yeah. Okay, no, I ask
No,
question first. Ask question first. Because you say choose to be a leader or not choose. When you chose to be an instructor, you were choosing to be a leader of some sort. So if you decide being a leader so much or in a leadership position so much, what made you decide to take it up anyway?
You're asking me, is it?
But then who else is instructor here?
You know also what? No, I
Oh, yeah, that's
no.
true.
as I was
Whatever.
listening to both of you,
Hmm.
about jumping into leadership or not, I realized that in my life, the thought of being a lead, the thought is usually not about being a leader. The thought usually is wanting to do something, and in order and then in order to do that thing, then I need to go and do it, and not wait for someone to do it, and then that puts me into a position of having to lead. Okay, so I guess being a leader is a side effect of
Okay.
something, the things I want to do in my life. And
Like
and
because
the
you want
thing
to do something no one else has done before.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So whatever it is, you see, whether it's so like if I want to be an instructor, okay, for whatever program, it's because I want to be an instructor, not because I want to lead. Okay, then part of the role or part of the things that I need to do, okay, is to lead. Okay. Similarly, I guess I was also thinking about running my business when I started my business. Did I want to be the CEO? No, I don't. I actually don't want to be the CEO at all. Okay, I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to answer to whatever it is. I don't. Okay, but I want to do something. I want to create something. And in order to create that thing, then I need to engage people. I need to influence people. I need to do all sorts of things to get people to. I need to put together a team to do that thing that needs to be done. And so I was thinking about the this appointed leadership versus being a leader.
Yeah. So for me, it's a little bit different from you. I don't do. For you, you want to do something. You want to get something done. For me, it's like I don't want to do anything.
Fix something.
I don't want to fix anything. I don't do anything. I just want my life to be relax, jack, and then sit around, just watch the world go by, and all see and no, don't have to worry about too much things. But if somebody step into my area and mess my want to relax life around, I will step in and I'll do something about it, and I'll take charge and do something to make sure that the person doesn't mess my life up.
Actually, Chunho, you know when you say that you want to you're different because I want to do something and then you want to watch the world go by, right? And so I'll go back to. I agree. We all have lives that are different. We live differently. We live based on, or we design the life. Okay, we have an idea of the life that we want to live. Okay, and then we create it. Okay, and in that sense, and then you say that okay, if somebody comes and mess with you, right, in the life that you have decided that you want, then you will jump in and oppose or whatever it is. So if we go back fundamentally, okay, each of us, I see we need to lead our own lives. We need to be the leader in our own lives, leading ourselves and creating life that we want, and that is the fundamental of fundamentally being a leader. It's not doing leadership; it's being a leader. Okay, so it just happens that the life that I want, okay, includes the things that I want to create. And then for you also want to create what I said that what you want to create is a life of watching other people go by, or watching the world go by. Okay, it's creation. It's just creating something different as well.
Valid. So from that point of view, I do agree with you. I am leading my life in a certain manner. Okay, and if there's a group of people that want to come into my life, that wants to be in this community of watching the world go by kind and those things, I'll be happily working with them and all those things. I'm fine with that. So in from that point of view, yes, I'm leading my life, and I think from Denise's point of view, she's leading her life, and I think this comes to the questions that somebody is asking. Chloe is asking, are leaders born or made? Okay, and my answer will be, we are all leaders, because if we are not leaders, we won't be leading our own life. So I know that some people think about leaders born or made is come from a very industrial question, from an industrial age question, where the work life that is kind of determine leaders in a certain manner, and then they have to, like, some leaders are born, some leaders have to be trained, and so forth, and then they classify. But regardless, I think we are all leaders in our own way, because we have to lead our own life. Unless, of course, you are a person that since you are born, you let somebody tell you how to live your life all the way till you die, and you're happily okay to do that. Then you're not leading your life.
Okay, this part I jump in a bit now. I agree that we are all leaders in our own lives, or rather we aspire to be lah. Okay, because there are some people who are just, playing the victim, because of this, because of that, etc., etc. But in the conventional sense, in terms of leading other people or leading a team, right? It's very interesting that this question came up, because the very last week's episode of Spice and Nights, we actually talked about this, and Anne, I don't know whether you know lah, but Anne is taking a psychology degree. She just started only, and they covered this during her class. And apparently, there are lots of this is science side lah. Okay, don't talk about like nature versus nurture, etc., etc. Don't talk about outside forces, but science wise, there are a lot of studies that were done, and these studies conclude that leaders are actually born. There are some people who are just genetically born to be leaders,
Well, I have
genetically
to.
to have some characteristic trait. But this is simply from a study point of view, lah.
Yeah, but
That's
I
what
have
I
to
mean.
say that that is based on certain standard of comparison of
That
what.
one I agree.
Okay, I'm going to say this. The person who asked this question will be like, okay, I actually went for. I was a pilot trainee before,
Mm.
and a lot of people say, what do you call a pilot born pilots, or can they be trained? I know that in Singapore or in the army, Singapore Army, they are looking for born flyers. They don't want to spend too much time to train people to fly. But I believe that everybody can learn how to fly a plane or pilot a plane. But
Yeah,
they are
that's what I
just
believe. But I also feel that some people are just more talented. You get what I
yes,
mean or not?
yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. So there are some people who are, but a born pilot or born flyers because
Or born to
they
do
can
whatever lah. Yeah.
they can catch on easier. But others will take a little bit longer time. But it doesn't mean that they cannot learn how to pilot a plane. It just takes longer time. But the Air Force or the airlines doesn't want to spend so much money training the person. Of course, when it doesn't meet a certain standard, they just have to let the person go. You don't meet the criteria. So they are looking for
It does
born
make sense actually. Yeah, it
from a
does make sense.
financial
But
point of view.
mm,
So I believe that leaders can be trained, but whether the organization is willing to spend the time, money, and effort to train the person, because the alternative is that somebody is easier, a born leader, I'd rather grab the other person. So that is the
yeah.
situation. That's how I see the situation. So that study is based on that kind of criteria. I felt. I don't think that study is very objective in the definition of a leader first. Did the study define what a leader is? If it's the study define the leader as a conventional leader in an organization where the lead.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's not just a study. It's a multiple studies. So I do not know the context definitely, but like I say, it's just from the cost point of view, the education point of view.
Yeah, but I agree with I agree with Chunho in I think the first thing we need to define is what a leader is. Okay, so there are organizational leader. There's organizational leadership, and then there's other
like
forms
life
of leadership.
coaches. There is also I don't know whatever.
And then therefore there are qualities that help this individual do the job better. Okay, so it's like the we were who was talking about talents. Denise, you were saying it depends on what the talents are, right? Okay, and so it's also in CSQ we talk about process versus outcome. Okay, so there are outcomes that we want to create, and then there's a process to get there. Okay, so the like Juno was talking about planes and pilots, right? So the outcome is the plane needs to fly safely from point A to point B if it's a commercial airline, and if it's military aircraft, then it needs to go and
The
go
intention,
wherever it is.
yeah.
And then that requires a set of skills. Okay, so that's the outcome that needs to be created, and then there has to be a process which requires a set of skills, and then there are some people who are predisposed, who are talented with those with the qualities that will help them develop this set of skills more easily than other people. Okay, but it doesn't mean but if a person who is able to do this, okay, who is able to be a leader in a certain environment may not be able to lead in a different environment. So it really depends on what the definition is for leadership to determine whether we are born with the talents or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
so good point. So I just want to add, like Mother Teresa, I mean, Mother Teresa is a leader in her own rights. Okay, you can't put Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a leader, but you can't put Elon Musk in Mother Teresa's shoe and get Elon Musk to do what Mother Teresa has done to lead that whole group. Okay, he's going to mess it up, and everybody is just going to shoot him down. And you can't put Mother Teresa to be Elon Musk.
Maybe you
Okay.
can. Should just
Okay.
compassion everybody to death, you know.
Like if she buys over Twitter, she'll just give every pay rise, right?
Yeah, then the company will collapse.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah, so
Douglas, can you highlight the next question? Sorry, you were going to say something.
No, so yeah, so this bond or mate, so this bond or meeting, then how do you know you're a leader or not, right?
Okay. I asked you to highlight the next question because I wanted to add because like a flow from the previous question that the same audience asked. My first question to you is, besides, okay, why do you want to be a leader? I think our intention is very important. So, for example, for Douglas, he wants to be a leader, not because he actually wants to be a leader, but
No, I
because
don't want to be a leader.
yeah, he wants to do something that other people are not doing, or he wants to impart knowledge that other people are not imparting, etc. And therefore, he has to be a leader in certain ways. Okay, so like, what is your intention to be a leader? Were you appointed? Is it because you want to do something nobody else can do? And then, if let's say your intention or your why is strong enough, then whether you are actually a born leader or not, you can be trained, you can train yourself, you can make it work.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's the intention. You're right, Denise. So it absolutely has to be about the intention, and then okay. So if you are in a position like that, and you decide that you want to lead, okay. So this is being okay. So there's a difference between being a leader. That means you start as a leader and doing leadership. Okay, which is the execution of things that fall into the role of being a leader. So the thing is, some people are naturally influential. Okay, in the way that they have ideas, in the way that they talk about things, in the way that they take on things, they will just do it anyway. They will just do it anyway, and people see them doing it, and they like. So these other people like what they see. They are aligned with what this person is doing. This person may be demonstrating a level of courage and commitment and whatever it is in taking on the things that that he's doing, and then other people want to support that process. Okay, and so when there's a group of people who want to support this person, okay, whom they are aligned with, then that person naturally becomes or that person becomes the leader for the other people. Okay, but then there are also other people, okay, who want to do things and they have ideas and they want to whatever, but nobody want to follow. Okay, so just because you want to do something, okay, doesn't necessarily put you into a leadership situation, because nobody may want to follow you.
Yeah, but
So it also depends.
yeah, so it depends. But if somebody, like, let's say I give you another perspective now on the second person who wants to do something, but because the person is not as influential and doesn't have that charisma, but he still wants to get that thing. So the intention needs to be very, very strong. But the person still needs to get things done. He needs people's support to get him to get to where he needs to go. Then he needs to figure out how he needs to get people to support him. Then he needs to learn something. He needs to learn a certain set of skills, get certain knowledge, and then figure out what needs to happen so that people will then work with him to get him to go to where he needs to go. Now, so that the intention needs to be very clear and the intention needs to be strong enough. The motivation basically needs to be strong enough to propel him to learn new things and to get to know how to work with people. Now, if the person just wants to be leader for the sake of being leader, he will not be driven to figure out how to get these people to work and come along with him. And then if the
correct.
person doesn't figure this out, then eventually when there's nobody working with him, then he's no longer a leader anymore because he's just still an individual.
So
If the intention and motivation is strong enough, the person will figure a way to find. And that's where the person will then learn how to be a better leader in that sense.
correct.
So-
So it really
So
depends
it
on the
can be
intention.
learned. It can be learned, but the person needs to be motivated to do it.
Yeah. Everything can be learned, but how much effort? So at the end of the day, the person, you have to decide yourself if whatever you want to accomplish is being a leader necessary to accomplish it. And how much effort are you willing to put in to accomplish that whatever it is that you want to accomplish? So I think that answers probably all her questions. She had 3, right? Yes. So decide your intention or why do you want to be leader? Is it because of ego?
So how do you know?
Is it
How do you know
because-
if you're a leader or not? How do you know if you're a leader or not?
you see whether people follow you or not, lor. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is in the context of so definitionally this leader is if people follow you lah.
Okay, a leader of a team lah. Don't talk about leading your own lives, that kind of leader. Okay, so we already
Okay,
established
let's
everybody
talk
is-
about let's talk about both. Let's talk about the
The
leader of
com-
a team, then later talk about leader in your life. Let's talk
Okay,
about
leader of a
separately.
team is very simple. Do people follow you or not? Do people listen to what you have to say? If not, then you are not a leader. It's as simple as that. For the
Okay, so
team
then-
thing lah.
This is a slippery slope. This is a slippery slope.
Why?
Because then we go back to the definition of leadership, right? There's also different types of leaders.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
at
this is
one-
like in the team lah.
No, but no, even in a team or not, okay, because there is leadership by title. That means you are the project manager or the project leader or team leader. Then that you're put into a position of leadership. Okay.
Yes, correct. But there are so many leaders or project managers who nobody wants to listen to. So they are
Yeah,
not.
correct.
I wouldn't
Let me
classify them
finish
as
lah.
leaders. Yeah.
Yeah, so that at one level that is appointed by title. You're given a title of leader, yeah, then you're supposed to lead because you're a title to be and then some people put rank. Okay, some people, hey, I'm the project leader. Okay, so you have to listen to me. You don't listen to me, there are consequences. Okay, so that's positional leadership. Okay, it can happen, right? It can happen by force. Because if my team is supposed to be my subordinates, then I can do things. All right. If I'm given a position of leader, I need to do things. I'll do whatever it takes. Okay, make your life miserable, whatever it is. I'll still make sure it gets done. And then of course on the other end, okay, even people without titles, okay, you're not given a fancy title, project leader, whatever it is. See, you're not okay, but people will follow you anyway. People will follow you anyway because they like your values, they like your whatever it is that you're creating.
Okay,
They
let
will-
me add another dimension to it. Sometimes you will realize people follow or come to you for advice on certain things, maybe relationships. And then maybe somebody else, people will follow them for finance. You get what I mean? Does it make sense? Am I making sense here?
So you're expert in the different areas, lah. You're saying.
Yeah,
that, right?
other expert or people identify with you, your values, whether then you know that naturally what you are saying about relationships, finance, or whatever part that people are following you about, it makes sense to people. Okay. And then
Can you say
Douglas, you wanted a saucy episode, right? See, you got what you asked for.
No,
Of
wait,
course,
Denise,
intention.
can you say that again? Chloe just started. Can you
Which
say it
part?
again?
Because there's a lag, right? So you let me know which part you want me to repeat again, Chloe.
About the, I think about the. Okay, Chloe, what do you want Denise to say again?
Yeah, which
I-
part? I said so
I'm
many
thinking-
things.
I'm thinking about the advice part. People come to you. If people
Oh,
come to you
Hmm.
and ask you things in a specific area, okay, so you are demonstrating some form of thought leadership. okay, or knowledge leadership. And then we have leader. We can be leaders in all sorts of ways and in all sorts of areas, and we can't lead in everything.
Okay,
Okay,
so I'm
get
going to
real.
bring it down a little bit. I'm going to bring it down a little bit into everyday life. Look at the friends around you. There are some friends that you will go to for relationship advice, but you will never ask them of money things, right? There are some friends that you will ask for finance advice, but you will never ask them about relationship things. It's the same.
Yeah.
Everybody will be good at something, and then if you want to be a leader, you can be a leader in that part. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So that one is just it's like everyday life lah. I mean, it's quite simple to see, right?
Yeah, but I want
Yeah,
to.
so it is with leadership as well. That we are leaders in different ways, in different areas.
Yes.
Even within a team, you can have that appointed team leader, and it doesn't mean that everybody that person. Okay, so somebody say, okay, is it a leader or a manager? Okay, and it's different. Okay, a leader and a manager are not the same. Okay, managers may not be leaders. Leaders may not be managers. Some leaders are
Yes.
managers. Some managers are leaders. Some and all sorts of combinations. Okay, but they're not the
They're
same thing.
different.
A,
I
a
just want to
manager.
make.
You know, you go.
I just want to say that a manager, like what Douglas is saying, a manager is not necessarily a leader, and a
But can
leader
be a leader.
can
But
be,
can
but
be.
it's not necessary. And a leader does not necessarily be a manager. Okay, some leaders are good leaders but are suck at managing. Some managers are good at managing but suck at leading. Okay, but you need a manager. You need a leader. A leader will lead or set the direction for the team of people to lead them to the direction of where it needs to go. A manager manages the resources. Okay, a leaders may not be able to manage user, and the leaders can mess up all the resources, and human beings are resources as well, and it can be very horrible. So sometimes leaders will hire a manager in their company, organization, or team just to help with the thing. It doesn't make a manager bad. Okay, some people think that manager needs to be leader, but it's not necessary. And then some people think that this manager cannot be a leader, so he's a bad manager. No, a manager is a manager. You have to be careful. It manages stuff. It manages resources. A manager role is that. If it becomes a leader, that's good. If a leader can manage, that's good too. But it's not always necessary. And don't go into the idea that a lot of organizations, because a lot of organizations want to cut down headcount, so they want leaders to be managers and managers to be leaders. But sometimes some leaders so bad at managing, you rather not have the person manage because it can make everybody's life miserable.
Okay. I'm assuming Chloe's questions are coming from an organizational point of view. So like when you're working in the office, okay, if you're good at managing and organizing but not good at leading, then you need to identify within your team who is influential, who the rest of the teammates will listen to. Then this is then that is the opening. You need to make that person, not make that person you need to find common ground with that person so that that person will lead the team for you. That person will influence the team for you. Okay, at the end of the day, what is your intention? Do you want them to do what you say? Do you want them to achieve their target? What is it? Okay, and then you can get there. But that is a tip. There are some
I
people.
think you go back to the be, do, and have, right? If we go back to the being a manager and being a leader, not the same thing. Okay, and then there is it starts there, right? And then after that, there's an outcome that needs to be created, and then there's a doing part. So if being a manager, you need to do the execution. Okay, being a leader, then you need to do the leading and then create the outcome. Okay, so the thing is, it's always in alignment. That's why they're teams. Okay, we're all different. We're all different. We're all differently skilled. We're all not differently skilled. We're all differently talented. So somebody say, yeah, we're born with different things. We're born with different talents to be able to do different things. It starts with that. That's who we are. Okay, and then we do things. Okay, if I'm born with qualities and talents that make me an amazing manager, then I will be an amazing manager, and I don't really care about leading. If I'm born with qualities that make me an amazing leader, okay, this is from the doing perspective. Okay, then I develop skills to be able to do that. And if I'm born with talents that make me that allows me to manage and lead, okay, then I do that. Okay, but there's no better or worse. Okay, it's just in every team we need to figure out the dynamics of who has what talent, and then be able to do that. Okay, but there's also, I feel, in an ideal environment where everybody is aware enough to be able to work with each other like that. Because I also understand that there are a lot of environments where people feel very threatened. Okay, where all these positional things come in, then the politics come in, and then it becomes a low trust environment.
Yeah. And okay, from an office point of view, because that's the vibe I'm getting from Chloe. And sadly, organizations expect leaders and managers to be the same person. Okay.
Yeah, but cannot.
But what Chun Ho said earlier is sometimes you're good at managing resources, managing numbers, managing what the company is able to give versus what output it can get. Some people are leaders, meaning that they are good at influencing people to do what they want. Organizations usually like them to be together. But if you are only one, for example, now you are a manager, you need to manage the team. You need to get them to produce certain results. Then in this case, the leader means somebody in your team that can influence the rest of your team. It doesn't mean leader in the conventional, traditional sense. Okay, because I sense a bit of confusion there. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you need to see these two as separate roles. Okay?
Yeah, so
yeah.
must start, okay, leader, okay, just don't take away the title. Okay, so there's no title. When there's no title, there are some people who are good at managing. There are some people who are good at leading, regardless of whatever the title is. Okay, but in an organization, people tend to collapse, put the two together. Manager equals to leader. No, not the same. Okay, need to understand.
But in the office, this is how it works. You see, in the office, this is how it works. So if let's say the person is not in a position to change that title, right? Then you have to find a way to work around it. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, then you need to develop the skills to do the other things. But it's a struggle. I think that's where that's where a lot of struggle exists, because organizationally, it is not optimized.
Correct.
So
and yeah.
And then it makes life.
Sadly, that's why I say sadly, that's how organizations work, and a lot of people are promoted simply because they're good at doing their jobs, which is great. But sometimes a salesperson who's good at selling may not be good at managing other salespeople.
Yeah. So that's technical people, yeah.
But that's how organizations work, ma. You get what I mean? You produce results, then I promote you. But it's not a very good system, that one I would say. Okay, so now we move on to Nguyen, provided our dear Douglas's
Nguyen.
Nguyen or Nguyen?
It's Nguyen.
Okay, so the answer is yes. It's a statement, right? Okay.
Okay, there are consequences.
There are consequences. I think feedback. Okay. Somehow, if the feedback that somebody is telling you that you are in a certain way, yes, it's their perspective, but these people's perspective, these are the people that is working with you, so their perspectives matter. In a way, you can say, "Oh, but that's from me. I'm just going to say that, okay, and just don't care about the people." No, but you need these people, and you cannot just ignore their perspective. And the moment you ignore, you're not going to be able to bring them to where you are, and where and you can't enroll them to your side to help you do the things that you need to do. I mean, that's my feel. I mean, in a way, to lead doesn't mean that you just ignore the people. I tell you what you do, you do. You need to
That
bring
is
them
that
to your side.
is very, very, very positional leadership. Okay, I'm the
Okay.
leader, you listen to me.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I got something else to add.
consequences. Okay.
Correct. But I've got something else to add. When you're managing a group of people, the thing is you must understand each person has different motivation and responds differently. Some people like a bossy leader. Some people like you just tell me what to do, that I don't have to think. Some people like that. Some people don't like. So you see who actually gave you the feedback that you were bossy. Then those people you will know they need a gentler touch. Then the other people you can continue being bossy. Okay.
Correct. So the gift of leadership is being able to recognize that everybody is different. Okay.
Yes, and
being
everybody
able
needs a
to
different.
balance.
Yeah, everybody needs a different style. Some people
Give
they need to
people
be.
what they need. For
Yes.
me, from my perspective, is always give people what they need, and then they will give you what you want.
Yes, that's true. I agree. Not give people what you yourself want. Okay.
Yeah, no, give people what they need because they need. Okay, and the thing is, I believe that people want to do a good job.
They do.
Okay, and they need to be given. They
They
want to
do.
be given the power, the authority, and be trusted to do a good job. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's balancing that. Okay, and not so give people what they need. If they need space, if they need support, okay, as a leader, okay, my job, okay, is to support the team as much as possible so that they can do the best job possible.
Yes, I
Yes,
agree.
and then it looks good also on the leader.
Yeah.
Correct. So you need to know each of your team members. Which one is which one you need to be a lion, which one you need to be like a kitty cat, which one you need to be like I don't know, whatever, okay?
Just have to remember everybody is different and everybody is
Yeah.
unique. You can't just think that everybody is the same. Just
Yeah,
digit.
you can't.
I tell you what
Okay,
you need.
traditionally, in the past, there's some organizations that are like that. Okay, and there's a lot of struggle. Okay, but in more efficient organizations where teams do better, okay, it's because each person, each individual, okay, is given opportunity to grow, to make mistakes,
In their
to
own
learn.
way.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then to develop. Okay, so there's no one size fits all. Okay, once upon a time, okay, if you look at the education system, okay, it's one size fits all. Okay, you sit down, listen to instructions, don't answer back, and do your job. Do your job. Okay, but humans are not machines. Okay, and now there are some organizations that are starting to recognize this. Okay, and that's where all this strengths conversation comes in, being able to recognize people for the talents that they have and then giving them the opportunity to develop and to grow and become really, really good. Okay,
Yeah.
so to me, a good leader is like that. Okay, give the space to grow. And Chloe also asked, what about leaders who are smarter or people who are smarter than you? Then let them be
okay.
smart. Then don't think so hard.
Okay. This one I must say, okay. You must find out what motivates them. Is it what they actually want out of this job? Is it money? Is it recognition? What pushes them to do better? Because a lot of my teammates last time in the office, right? They are motivated by money because they have kids. 2 kids, 3 kids, they need the money for tuition fees, for whatever, for school, etc., etc. Okay, so money became a big deal, and it was very easy to motivate those people because all you have to do is just okay, I change the incentive scheme. If you hit this amount, you get higher incentive. You hit that amount, you get even higher. Then suddenly the person is super motivated. But I'm not motivated by money. I'm motivated by recognition. Okay, so if so I tried telling this to my manager in terms of title lah, okay, but she couldn't understand because for her money was important. She couldn't see that it was not important to me. And I told her straight out, I say what I need actually is recognition. And she still couldn't get it, okay? So if you have a team, like you have a team member under you that's like me who needs recognition, actually we are very easy one. We don't need money. Okay, all you have to do is send an email. Oh, good job, you did great. And then after that, look at Denise. Okay, the team. Look at she did the highest sales this month. I tell you, next month she continue to do higher sales. Okay, like that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's free. Talk is free. Okay.
I want to give my perspective on Chloe's question, how to lead people who are smarter than you. I tell you, if any of you have people who are smarter than you, you are in a very, very great
Lucky
position.
Yes.
So yeah, you're so fortunate. Don't actually think that it is horrible position. Some people some bosses don't like people who are smarter than them in their team, and they try to press them down. And that's to me that's a big mistake. You should let them shine. Just let the person who is smarter than you shine. Get them to
Yeah.
shine. Whatever.
And then after you send the email to your own boss and say, oh look, this project actually was done by my team member, this person, then you CC the person, immediately done.
Yeah. Let him shine. The person will take charge of a lot of things, will do a lot of things for you. Then you can like,
Means you
and
do
then
less work.
what you can do is understand how to motivate this person that's smarter than you to continue to do all these things, come up with ideas, come up with doing all the jobs that's good. That's what it is.
Yeah, so find
I
what
think a smart leader will surround himself or herself with smarter people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
precisely. That's why I married Wen Kai, because you're good at finance. I'm not good. So now you take care of finance for me. I don't need to think about it. Okay. So for the person who is smarter than you, find out whether it's conversations, etc. Find out what actually motivates that person to do better. Is it money? Is it a promotion? Is it recognition? What is it? Everybody has a motivating factor. Find out what is it, and then that's how you can lead whatever whoever that person is. Okay.
I think the single most, I agree. The single most important thing for a leader to understand about the people that he or she is working with is what motivates them. Okay, when you understand their why, okay, and then give them and then feed their why, okay, they will do what they need to do. Then the second thing is give them the resources, okay, to develop their talents. But the first thing, most important, is understand why. And when you understand the why, okay, this is my perspective. When you understand the why, you can give them the why, okay, they will follow you. Okay, they will follow you to the ends of the earth.
Okay. Yes, I agree. So how you say it, okay, is for example, there's this very difficult project. For a team member that loves challenges, want to learn more, like what Chloe is saying, then you will put it across like, look at this challenge, look at this project, so challenging, so difficult, so much you can learn. Okay, if somebody who likes money, then you say, look at this project, so difficult to do. If you manage to do it, oh, maybe got pay raise, got bonus, bit better. So it depends what motivates the person. Then you just put it across in that way, and then yes, yeah. Oh yeah, we have one more. Okay, I think we will take one last one. The talk is free, and then we will do last words already. Tell the truth with compassion. My God, I struggled so much with this. Okay, I will be practical lah. Okay, I will be practical. How do you know if the person heard what you said in the way you intended for the message to go? You just check in with the person. What did you understand from what I said? And then you hear how the person tells you back. Then you will know already. No need to guess. Okay, because some people, no matter how much you tell the person with compassion, they will take it differently. Okay, so all you have to do is just ask the person, what did you understand from our conversation, from what I said? Can you just, reflect it back at me or bounce it back off me? You get your answer already. Then you can correct from there. Okay, Junho and Douglas, you got anything else to add about this comment?
The thing I want to say about this is the thing that we always say, which is true communication is the outcome that you get. It's a response that you get. True communication is the response you get. How do you know whether the communication has gone through? Okay, you look at the response. That's all. Okay, you look at the response. Okay, and then you will know whether your communication has been successful or not. If it's not successful, then you need to communicate again in a different way. Okay, and that's where understanding the person is very, very important. The motivation and how they are talented. Okay, talk in a way that they understand, not in a way that you know how to talk. Okay, so it's always speaking to people, communicating with people from where they are and not from where I am. Because if I communicate from where I am, I'm just saying my perspective. But if I'm communicating from where they are, I'm giving them the information that they need in order to make decisions. Very different.
Correct. Chunho? Chunho, you sleeping, Chunho?
No, I'm just listening to the two of you, and I agree with the both of you.
I'm sorry.
Basically, I've always been saying, you can say whatever you want to say, but eventually, it's the feedback that the person provide. I mean, the result that the person will do, the outcome the person can take whatever you say, and whether the person misunderstood it, the outcome will tell you, or the person think you are saying something different or have ulterior motive. Eventually, it will show up. And if you feel that this person is misunderstanding you or feel that you are having an ulterior motive or all those things, eventually you will see it. The first thing to do is to check back, like what Denise said, to check back. And if the person seems to know what you are saying, but eventually what turns out is not, then whatever it is, the communication didn't go through, or the communication didn't go in the right way that you intended it to go.
And the responsibility of any communication falls on the person sending the communication, not the person receiving it.
It's very weird. You know, in my early 20s, I had another mentor, and then he said this. He said the exact same thing as you did. He said if somebody is not getting your message, the responsibility. If somebody is not getting my message, the responsibility is mine. Yeah. And it took me 10 years to understand that statement.
Yeah.
To truly understand it.
So you need to be responsible. Only the sender can be responsible, because the recipient has absolutely no idea what's going on.
What the F you trying to say?
Yeah.
None of us can read another person's mind. We cannot read the other person's mind.
Obviously,
until we develop a technology to hook everybody's mind and just wire to wire and
or like Avatar, take the hair.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for my two co-hosts. The financially independent part by working 9 to 5, is it enough for an episode?
Yes,
we will do that in the next episode.
Okay, so Chloe, can someone become financially independent by working 9 to 5 job? The answer is no, but we will tell you why in the next episode, okay? And then, can you please highlight the...
Yeah, we will do this. We will do this in the next
for the next episode. The answer is no, but we will say why.
No, wait. It's yes.
No, it's not no. Okay, it depends on what you do.
No. Okay, you can get
to even worse. Yes and no some more.
It's yes and no. You need to know how to manage it.
Okay, so we will talk about it in the next episode. Sorry, Douglas, can you highlight the one that says the person tagging, like if you're a leader, you should watch it? I have something to say to that person. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th from the bottom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The 10 o'clock one, yes.
Okay, my answer to you is if you have feedback, you own self say, okay? Don't borrow our episode and use it to say to other people, okay? That's what I have to say to you. Okay, that's you can unhighlight it already. That was a burner. I had to get it off my chest. It was burning me up inside. Okay, that's all. I am reverting back to the nice host now. Yeah. If you have own self feedback, own self say, okay, please, people. Okay, now we're doing last words. Chunho, you want to go first? Oh, sorry, Chloe, to answer your question, the next live stream should be
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from
Which
now.
is
Are we? Yes, 30th. I'm okay.
Yes, 30th of January. So stay
Mm.
tuned.
Yeah,
For
and
30th
follow
of
us on
Subscribe. Just
You-
subscribe and then you will
yeah,
get
subscribe.
notifications.
Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Then that's how you know. But it's every 2 weeks. Okay. Is this the Chloe that I know?
Okay,
Okay, I have
anyway, last word is it?
Yeah, last
Yes.
words.
Wow, I just have last words in my mind, then I suddenly just blanked out. Maybe you all want to go again. Go first.
Yeah, Denise, go.
Okay, it's me. Yeah, I know because the person typing it.
Oh, no,
has
do I have to
last-
type? Do I have to type?
Yes,
this?
obviously I have to.
Oh my
I'm saying
God.
this just to remind you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
How do I type?
Anyway, I will. Okay, I will try to sum it up properly.
Yes, please do.
Does it have to be? Does it have to be a leader thing? I want my last words to be own self feedback, own self say, but then that one is nothing to do with our topic today. If you are not a leader, but you want to be, then just find one person that can help you lead the team. That's all. Okay. I sum it up already. You got time.
Wait. Find one person.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Who's
Your
drinking water? I cannot
Your
multitask.
responsibility is heavy tonight. I told you I'm doing last words already. You still gonna drink water. Another $10 statement. Okay.
Wait.
So,
Find a person.
if you want to be a leader, but if you are not born to be a leader, then find someone who can help you influence your team. That's all. You typing or not, Mr. Douglas?
Yeah, I just did.
Partner with a leader. What?
Yeah, no context at all. This is a disaster. Rachel. Okay, this
It's
last
very
word. I think
difficult.
you own self type
Okay,
in the
okay.
comments.
It's very difficult. Okay. If
No.
you can't be a leader, then partner with a leader.
Forget it. If you are not born to be a leader, if you are
Inclined.
not born to be a leader,
Okay, I know. If you aren't inclined towards
use small words, Douglas. Use small words.
He wants to summarize.
Are you already summarize? Last time when Rachel typing last words, he say paragraph. No. It is not my last words. You anyhow put.
I
Okay,
summarized
anyway.
for you. That's what you mean, right? That's what you mean, right?
You need to use small words, Douglas. As in, like, this is a communication tip for you.
Okay, I'll do it again.
No need. You stop typing.
What?
Okay, enough with the Denise. Stop putting the reminding.
I don't want to write that if you are not born to be a leader, you see, because I don't believe in that. You cannot make me type something that then you will type yourself.
These are my last words, not your last words. This is horrible. You see, this is called positional leader. Okay, it's fine
Because
then.
you actually is typing what she's saying, so it's not you taking on
But
what
it's
she's
okay.
saying. You are just
Yeah, but I've got to.
no, you are just transcribing what she's saying. So it doesn't make
You
you.
think Rachel believe everything you say, man?
Yeah. So you see, so now the thing is, if you are not inclined to be a manager, then partner with someone who can be a manager for you.
Leader.
I know I'm flipping it the other way.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you see, if you can't be a leader, then find someone. In the same way, right? For a leader, if you can't be a manager, then find someone who can. Someone you
Okay,
can
let's
partner
move on.
to be a
Douglas,
manager
what's
for
your
you.
last word?
Move on. You don't have type, okay?
Chunho, you go first.
Just say
UMM.
if you it depends on leadership is multifaceted. So
You
I
cannot
just
say
want
so
to-
many things. Cannot, you must do like a.
I'm just giving the context so that Douglas know what I'm saying. If you want to lead a group of people, understand that group of people and give them what they need.
Mm.
Clear enough for you? He's going to summarize. I don't know what he's going to write, and I just
No,
leave
that
it
was
to
very
you.
easy to type. I'm aligned with that.
So irritated. Okay, no. Then you see, then this is another lesson for myself. What should I do to rectify this situation? Next time I will log into. I'm watching it anyway, like it. So I will log into my own YouTube and then I'll leave my own comment there. Chloe,
Go,
this
go.
one got a lot of last words already. You should see when Rachel typing. Wow, Douglas talk about 2 paragraphs.
Douglas' last words is
Okay, you also type lah. You need to say lah because you cannot multitask.
yeah.
Okay, you type. Then I read for you. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so we are all leaders in our lives. If we don't lead, someone will lead us. Will lead us. Okay, yeah.
Well, oh no.
Never talk just type also type.
Well,
Okay.
somebody's will lead us.
So kind.
Someone will.
Never mind.
Okay,
Okay,
anyway.
you understand. Yeah, we all understand now. Okay, so anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we are coming online on live stream. Our live streams are usually on Tuesdays, Mondays at 9 p.m. Sorry, I'm a bit messed up whether it's Tuesday or Monday. Mondays at 9 p.m. every 2 weeks. Okay. But anyway, yes, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks' time. Also, happy Lunar New Year and happy Tet holidays. to all
Happy
our dear-
holiday, happy Lunar New
Happy
Year,
holiday,
whenever you
happy
are.
holiday.
Thanks for
Wherever
joining
you
us
are,
today.
have a good one.